Hello, my little lovelies, and welcome back to Slow Damage. I'm Freya, and I am super excited to be coming back to this game. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get going. All right, let's go. As I approached the hospital building, I could see the fancy sign out front. I passed through the automatic doors and cut across the waiting room to the elevators. It's a cute hospital. Oh, there I rode up to the third floor and tracked down room 306. It was a large multi-patient room with 4 beds curtained off from each other. That is a big room. The curtain around the leftmost bed was open. Ray was sitting there on a chair.
Door.
He rose to his feet and shot a pointed look at the door. Apparently he wanted to step outside. Okay. I followed him out into the hall. I want to know how Arata's doing too.
さっき少しだけ目を覚ましたんだけど、また眠ったわ。
Oh. I thought back to the tiny glimpse I've gotten of Arata just now. Half of their face was covered in bandages and their skin was pale as porcelain doll. Ray narrowed his eyes bitterly.
命に別状はないから、休んでいれば回復するそうよ。
Aww.
顔に傷跡が残らないといいんだけど。
Just then my phone buzzed. I pulled it out of my pocket to find a message feed from Ikuina. In it, he expressed both his thanks and his regrets, but he didn't want to be too needy, so he was searching for other like-minded partners. Yeah, one and done, man. Not doing that again. Every now and then, former Euphoria models would try to get in touch with me after I granted their wish. But I never painted the same person twice. Humans were greedy creatures, and after the initial rush faded, they would begin to crave it again. It was like sex or drugs, chasing the same highs over and over just to numb your brain. But I had no interest in that. What I sought was the precise moment when a dark dream came true for the first time. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna ghost you now. I closed the message and slid my phone back into my coat pocket. Ray shot me a quizzical look. Yeah, I'm done with him. I'm not going back.
イクイナさん。なんて書いてあったの？
分かり合える相手を探してるって。
Don't worry, Ray. I'm not gonna go back to him.
そう。立ち直ろうとしてるのね。それならよかった。
Kind of awkward timing, but yes. But Ray sounded distracted. Well,
ト
yeah.
アからユーフォリアの報告が来るときは、こっちも覚悟を決められるのよ。何が起こるのか分かってるし。
Aw, it's okay, sweetie.
それでも心穏やかじゃないけど、トアは言い出したら聞かないじゃない。
Yeah.
でも、急に通り魔的なものに身内が襲われたりするのは、本当に、どこへ感情を持っていけばいいのか、わからなくなるわね。
Hmm? He heaved up his upteenth sigh of the day.
そうだ。25日にやろうと思ってたお店のクリスマスパーティー、中止にしようかと思ってたの。
Oh, let's still do it. That still seems fun.
こんな時にやるのもどうかなって思って。でも、新たにそのことを話したら、やった方がいいって言われたのよ。
Good job, Arata. Yeah, I agree.
ただでさえみんな気落ちしてるんだから、
Exactly.
盛り上げた方がいいって。だから、今年もやるわ。
Yeah, I agree with Arata. I had forgotten about the party until just now. Ray sensed my awkward pause and scowled.
忘れてたでしょ。
Yes, I did.
まあ、
そうだろうとは思ってたから、別に驚かないわよ。
No.
でも、罰として火曜のお店の飾り付け、手伝ったよね。
罰？
火曜は仕事休みでしょ。パーティーのためにいろいろと買い物にも行きたいし、付き合ってよ。
Okay, just so that you don't get jumped, Ray. I don't want that happening to you.
まあ、いいけど。
I was enthusiastic about it, but trying to fight it would only make Ray more pissy. Reluctantly, I nodded.
後で待ち合わせの時間と場所を連絡するわね。
His smile suggested he was feeling a bit better. Oh, good. Outwardly, Ray seemed like the happy-go-lucky type, but he was actually pretty sensitive and anxious. Maybe his incident maybe this incident was weighing on him more than he was letting on. I figured it couldn't hurt to humor him every now and then. And so I watched it as he gazed at Arata through the open door. I feel bad for Arata. Unless, of course, Arata asked to be jumped, because that's what I think this gang is, that people ask them to beat the crap out of them to get some, like, weird high. Kind of like Toa. The day before the Roos Christmas party, I had made plans to go shopping with Ray. There was still time before we were due to meet up. I crushed my cigarette in the ashtray, rose to my feet, and pulled on my coat. Alright, free exploration time. Alright, got some free time. Where are we gonna go? I want to talk to... Let's just go ahead and move on down the list, I guess.
Tua.
Oh, hi, Taku.
Yo.
I guess I'll talk to you. What's up?
No.
Okay. Yamashita?
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody ever uses their real names. I don't know. Tell him your next shift so he could see you. Tell him just to meet up with you off the clock, but he said he can't. I mean, why not, I guess.
Positive.
Maybe I came on and I turned it down.
なるほど。
Yeah, I don't... Maybe. It's just not normal, you know? Okay, so those are the things that I used during the interrogation. I just have to get them. Okay. Okay, I get it. Okay. Anyone sees it? Hey now. I think we're attractive. That's all that matters, Taku. We're not going your route. That Peepap Hotel? Okay. Hey, it's Pizza Hut. The budget Pizza Hut up there. Okay.
気をつけろよ。
Ocean. Oh, sorry. Got it. Alright. Bye, Taku. Guess go to the alley. Mito! Okay. Dark alleys, dark and shadowy. Rotten sewer smell. Let's stick through. Oh yeah, we already... Yeah, we already read this.
Ah.
Who is this? Oh, hi, AG. What's up?
とはさ。
AG slid off his backpack, lowered to his feet, and started digging through it. He offered me 2 brightly colored masks. Okay. One was a ghost monkey, and the other looked like a zombie cow.
これはですね。
Oh. He's not gonna like either, so whatever.
ネガティブに。
Neither,
ない
maybe?
な。
Yeah, I would. Yeah, nope, not for me, man. Really?
そうか。
Yeah, really, man. Oh, AG. Yeah. So I can't see them, so I can't judge. You maybe. Honestly, I'd probably go with the zombie cow. Stuffed the mask back into his backpack and slung it over his shoulder. Putting it down randomly. See you. Bye. Alright, let's go to Roost. I don't know. Mito. Yeah. Okay, well. See, it's Pizza Hut. It's Pizza Not. Cocoa Street, Red Light District, day and night. You see a lot of people walking by. The street is packed full of seedy brothels on both sides. Not to mention the nightclubs and bars. Love girls standing out front broad daylight, exhorting the passers-by with seductive invitations. Sounds like Vegas. Most of the establishments on the street were operated by the Kakasado Kumi. It's harder to find a place the Yakuza haven't touched. Most offer services that mainland Japan would consider illegal. Plenty of tourists come to Shinkomi for that very reason. This is the main axis of the city's sex tourism. Oh,
Yo.
Speaking of which, hi! Hello, Kotaro. Yeah. Every time I see that chain, just want to yank on it. Gotcha. I guess I'm talking to you. What's up?
そうや。
Yeah,
そうだ。
I'm a vampire, I guess.
本当か？
So either way, he's gonna like me. Kotaro, you're easy to please, I guess.
ネガティブ。別に。
Food's food. It all goes to the same place.
面白いな。
I love you, Kotaro.
よし。
I think he and Toa would actually get along pretty well. Like, you know. Basically.
お前。
Niku! Yes. Oh, come on, Toa. We do a meal sometimes.
興味ない。
Let's go. Bye, other sweetie. I'll see you around. Where am I going? Oh. This is... Yeah, that's where I need to go. Let's go to the hospital. Maybe we can see Arata. Maybe. This is the Taka Kochi. Whatever. Medical office. Like our clinic, it's a privately run building, but it has a lot more room for patients. Supposedly, it has all the latest technology, too. Oh, jeez, what was that noise? What was that? Oh, it's Oddish! Hi, Oddish! Who are you? Are you like a secret route, or what are you? Yes? I wouldn't mind the LED thing, that would be fun. Are you like the exposition Pokemon? Like, what are you doing? Assault parties, not sure. I swear. See videos of these assault parties online website called Chaos Zone. Yes, I already know this. Apparently the site's been around for a long time. Too gruesome to even watch. I swear this is some, like, someone's kink.
そうだな。
Yep. Anyway.
怖。
Has vanished without trace as of 2 or 3 weeks ago. Oh, and Euphoria published a new painting. I haven't seen it yet. Whatever it looks like. I actually quite like that painting. I don't really want to talk to you, Oddish, so I'm just gonna go to Tajima's. Okay, bye, Oddish. I'm gonna leave now.
あら
Huh? Ray, what are you doing here? Hi.
ねえ
Maybe, maybe not. It's a pleasant surprise, though. No, what are you doing here? Buy some snacks and decide to help out for an hour or two before meeting up. Want to join me?
いや、
No. Okay. What's wrong? You look a little glum.
あのね
What? They're in debt to the Takasado Gumias, harassing them for money every single day, so they commit suicide. Oh, that's too bad. Take out a loan, you're supposed to repay it. If you don't, then you're breaking the rules. I get that, but...
うん
Well, yeah, they probably were gonna bust his kneecaps. Friend dangerous, so they went around asking for advice, but when they spoke to, he was too afraid of the Takasado Gumi to do anything to help. That's too bad.
うん
After what happened with Arata, it's really hard to hear, you know. Yeah. Something wrong with the stupid town. Well, yeah. Oh. We'll give him a serious answer. Yeah, let's get his euphoria up. A little sunshine.
ポジティブに。
All anyone can really do is look out for themselves, not just here either. The whole world is like that. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Right, there's no such thing as a free ride in this day and age. But it's fucked up, if you ask me. Yeah.
そうか。
ごめんね
No problem. Reminds me Arata's coming home soon, they said.
ああ、
It's great to hear. Yeah, I'm relieved. Alright, see you later, Ray. Goodbye, sweetie. Have fun helping out our favorite old lady. Alright, let's go meet him now. Let's just walk to our meeting spot at, Post Kuwo Street. Kuwo? Kuwo Street? I can't say it. I don't know. I don't know. Exploration over. Let's go. I pulled my phone from my pocket. Almost time for our meetup. I just met Ray. I lit a cigarette and took a long and deep drag. Surrounded by the city and all its holiday cheer, I contemplated what it was in store for me and exhaled smoke. I don't know, man. On my way back from shopping, I trudged along in defeat, my arms laden with big shopping bags.
欲しいものはだいたい揃ったわね一人じゃ全部持てなかったしトアがいてくれて助かったわ
Anytime, sweetheart. We're strong. As he spoke, he checked his shopping list on his phone.
役に立ったなら何より。
I was pretty sure Ray was stronger than me since he was always competing in death matches. And yet for some reason he only carried a single small bag. According to him, he was helping me get some exercise for a change. Thanks, Ray, I guess.
お腹も空いたしルーストに行こっかまだ開店前だけど今日は店長がいないから鍵を預かってるの
Wait, he won't be coming in? Why? Oh, because we're setting up?
クリスマスパーティーは明日だし早速飾り付けしなくちゃ
He skipped past me on the sidewalk. He's cute, so cute. Oh my gosh. With an exasperated sigh, I followed after him. Yeah, he's so cute. Positivity to Toa's just pessimism. I love this place. Inside the empty bar, Raid made toast as a light snack after we ate. It was time to decorate. Hey, we actually ate food, guys. We strung colorful Christmas lights all over the walls and shelves and placed tacky miniature demon fairy and monster figurines all over the room. That sounds
ねえ
like fun.
このファーどっちがいいと思う？黒と白。
Depends. What are we decorating? He held them both up for me to see. For you? Slowly I looked over at him.
どっちでも。
Are we talking about... Depends on what his costume is. Because he's light complected, I'd probably say black.
どっちでもはダメ。
Oh,
どっちか選んで。
for Toa, maybe white?
黒。
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Black.
適当に言ったでしょ。
当たり前だろ。
See, Toa and I are on the same wavelength sometimes. How did he drape the black fur around the demon figurine's neck? Oh, for the demon. Yeah, that would be black.
こういう飾り付けとかしてるといろいろと凝りたくなっちゃわない？あれもこれもって
Yes, all the time,
盛りたくなっちゃうのよね。
I love decorating. It's so much fun.
へえ、俺は別に。
でしょうね。知ってるわよ。トアはどうせ悪魔と天使の区別もついてないんでしょ。
Trust me, babe, you're talking to a demon right now. I can tell the difference.
悪魔は悪魔、天使は天使だろ。
Akuma. Tenshi to tenshi. Yep. Tenshi is tenshi and Akuma is an Akuma.
そういうことじゃないから。
Just then the front door jingled, drowning out Ray's
あら。
report. Hey, who's here? Oh, hi.
すみま
Misuno.
せん。もしかしてまだ開店前ですか？
You're killing the vibe. Go away. It was Misuno, timidly peeking into the building. Why don't we keep the door locked?
誰かと思ったら水野さんじゃない。どうしてここへ？
Maybe a drink, Ray? It is a bar.
レイさんに助けていただいたお礼がしたくて、さっきクリニックへ行ったんです。
Why did you know
け
he...
ど受付の人に今日は休みだって聞いて、
And how'd you know he was here?
どこへ行ったのか教えてほしいって言ったら、このお店にいるかもしれないって教えてもらって。
I would have a stern talking to with Taku. Be like, don't tell random people where I am.
受付の人って
Or
ちょっと真面目そうな感じ
the
の子？
receptionist. Oh, I'd be so angry.
はい。
有村くんね。
Yeah, Arimura, I'd be like, dude, do not tell people where I am.
でも開店時間前だとは思いませんでした。すみません。
The guilty look on his face, he bowed his head and started back out.
ああ、待って。
No,
入ってらっしゃ
Ray.
い。大丈夫よ。
No, what alone time.
でも
What? No, go away.
店長は今いないけど、こういうことで怒ったりする人じゃないから。せっかく来たんだし、一杯くらい飲んでいってよ。おごるわ。
開店前なのにいいんですか？
ええ。どうぞ座って。
Ray.
それじゃ失礼します。
Hesitantly, Mizuno walked in and perched on a chair like a fretful little squirrel. Well, if you look at him like that, I'd be scared too. Ray walked behind the counter and I plopped down next to Mizuno. He sat stiffly with his hands in his lap.
何飲む？って、まだ怪我が痛々しいわね。どう？具合は。
Jack whiskey. Ray frowned at him. The guy's face was still visibly bruised from the attack.
笑ったりすると引きつれて少し痛みますけど、だいぶ良くなりました。
そう、よかった。お酒飲む？それとも今は飲まない方がいいかしら。
It'll help dull the pain.
お酒は飲めないので、ジンジャーエールを。
あら、飲めないの？それじゃあこういうお店に入るのも初めて？
初めてではないですけど、自主的に入ろうとしたことはないです。なので、
Really?
扉を開けるときは勇気がいりました。
Okay.
なんかかわいい。
No, Ray.
そんなに固まらないで。ゆっくりしてね。
No, Ray. We are on your route. Don't be hitting on him. Ray smiled affectionately as he poured ginger ale into a glass. I mean, he is adorable, but I don't know. I lit a cigarette, then looked at Mizuno from the side as I exhaled. The smoke was still a boring, dull green.
はい。
That's too bad. Ray set the ginger ale on the counter in front of Mizuno, then handed me a glass of whiskey.
あんたはこれで文句ないでしょ。
Hey! mean to
さ
me.
すが。
As I teased him, he scoffed in protest. With my cigarette in one hand, I picked up my drink with the other. But before I could take a sip, I noticed Mizuno looking in my direction. What do you want, Mizuno? His gaze was intense.
何
I sipped my drink and he hastily averted his eyes.
すみません。
Are you interested in us too? Maybe he was startled to see the scars normally concealed under my face mask I wore at work.
ねえ水野さん、私の友達も水野さんと同じ集団に襲われたみたいで、水野さんがクリニックに来た後すぐよ。
Mizuno's eyes widened in surprise.
そうなんですか。その方の容体は？
命に別状はないみたいだけど、暴行そのものを楽しむグループがいるんでしょ。そいつらなんじゃないかって。
暴行そのものを楽しむグループですか。
最近話題になってるみたい。水野さんを襲ったのもそいつらかもしれないわ。
Mizuno paused to think, staring down at his glass.
もしよかったら襲われた時のことを話してもらえないかしら。犯人たちについて何か見たことや聞いたことがあれば教えてほしいの。
それは。
He faltered and bit his lip.
やっぱりまだ思い出すのは辛い。
そうですね。すみません。
I think Arata, for some reason, also asked them to beat the crap out of him. Why? I don't know. He goes to death matches all the time. Or, sorry, they. I don't know why I said he. I'm looking at Mizuno, that's why. Arata is, I think Arata, they paid, or asked them to do that. Because that's what I'm getting from this whole thing, is that it's this weird thing that people are asking to be jumped. Mizuno's kind of doesn't want to let anyone know. Yeah, sorry, I know Arata's they. It's just, I was looking at Mizuno and he's a he, so. That's why I got confused. Didn't do it on purpose, sorry. I do that all the time. I confuse people's names and stuff. For crying out loud, I was calling Toa Takumi. Or Tomo. He glanced at Ray, then hung his head up guiltily because I was watching Tomo-chan as a girl or something like that on Crunchyroll, so I had that name kind of stuck in my head. Anyway, he glanced at Ray and hung his head guiltily.
いいのよ、気にしないで。私こそごめんね。
いえ、力になれなくてすみません。レイさんの友達も襲われたのに、悔しくて辛い気持ちはすごくよくわかります。
水野さん。
I don't trust your cute little innocent face there, Mizuno. Touched Ray, gazed back at Mizuno. I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. Ray? No.
例えばね、
Where's Taku?
デスマッチエリアで怪我をしたとか、
See, I'm doing it.
誰かの恨みを買って狙われたっていうならまだ事情を飲み込めるんだけど、でも私の友達も水野さんもそうじゃないでしょ。身に覚えがないのに一方的に虐げられるなんて、そんなのおかしいわ。間違ってる。
Ray, you're such a sweet innocent. I don't know how innocent, but sweet. Sweetie.
だからできれば犯人を捕まえたい。これ以上被害者が増える前にって。
レイさん。
仕返しはしないんじゃなかったのか。
Yeah, well. And I cut in, Ray scowled at me.
仕返しはしないつもりではあるわよ。でもできればこの手でぶん殴ってやりたいわ。
You're funny. You're cute. Ray's determination put a smile on Mizuno's face.
レイさんは強いんですね。僕、とてもそんな風に考えられなくて。
We
今
like
も。
Toa's face looks like he's gonna like he's sizing Mizuno up. It's great. His voice petered out before he could finish his sentence.
今も？
What? Mizuno hung his head up in frustration for a while, then finally looked up.
僕、高尾通りにあるクリシュナっていうカフェで働いてるんですけど。
あら、クリシュナって映画館の前にあるちょっとオリエンタルな感じのカフェでしょ？入ったことはないけど知ってるわよ。
本当ですか？僕そこで働いてて、お店での仕事は楽しいし、やりがいを感じてもいるんです。でも、
The expression clouded over.
何かあるの？
一緒に働いてる人の中に、ちょっと、なんていうか、僕のことはあまりよく思ってない人がいて。
Are you playing the innocent card? Is that what your game is, Mizuno?
それっていじめられてるってこと？
Maybe it's because Ray's giving him too much attention.
だとは思いたくないんですけど、僕にだけ当たりがきつくて、仕事は好きだから辞めたくないんです。
Sometimes it's better to talk to your boss and just ask for shifts where you're not working with that person.
でも、その人と同じシフトの日は正直、気がめいっちゃって。
Yeah, well, you always thing about being an adult though is there's almost always someone like that at your job, and you either talk to your boss about it and be like, look, I just can't work with that person, or you just find another job and hope that you have someone, the next person that you don't get along with is a little bit easier to get along with than the past one. Trust me, I've worked with a lot of people I did not get along with. I just had to tell my boss I couldn't work with them. Schedule me on hours that they don't work as best they could.
そうなんだ。
They were usually pretty accommodating. But then again, I worked my tail off, like, busted my ass at those jobs. So they liked me, so. Ray gazed at him sympathetically. Yeah.
私はその気持ちわかるわ。
Aw, baby.
小学校の頃いじめられてたことはあるから。
そうなんですか？レイさんが？
Well, usually that's
とてもそんな風には。
probably why he's a good fighter now.
自分で言うのもなんだけど、私子供の頃は女の子によく間違えられたのよ。
Oh, you pretty boy. You're pretty. I guess, yeah, that would upset you if you didn't. Yeah.
確かに彫りが深いし、綺麗な顔立ちをされてますよね。
He's very pretty. Yes, he is.
やだ、ありがとう。私のお母さんがイギリス人で、私は母親になの。
You know, bless your heart usually just means it's not a good thing. It's like an old lady from the south kind of blowing you off. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. You're not, no. Poor babe.
そのせいなの
Go
か知
screw
らないけど、
yourself.
小学校の頃は同級生に女だ
Oh,
っ
that's
てい
mean.
じめ
But
られたのよ。
kids are mean though. Kids are just mean.
いじめられたら逃げればいいとか、周りに相談すればいいとか言うけど、そんな簡単な話じゃないわよね。
I'm all for defending yourself. With like verbal stuff, I agree, go to a teacher, but like other stuff, you have every right to defend yourself. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't start fights, but be able to defend yourself.
大人に相談したって、もう少し頑張ってみようなんて言われる時もあるし、
And there's the problem. Yep.
辛くて悲しくて、いつも恐怖で頭がいっぱいで、
Figure out how to fight,
どうや
right?
ったら逃げ出せるかなんてとて
Aw,
も考えられない。
sweetie. Yeah, bullying's awful. I think everyone gets bullied at school. I was for like 5 years. Yeah. It just... Yeah, school sucks.
追い詰められてる人間ってすごく視野が狭くなってるのよね。
Mm-hmm.
まさしく泥沼にはまるのよ。子供の頃の話だから、今の水野さんの話とは少し状況が違うけど、でも
ありがとうございます。そう言ってもらえるだけでも救われます。
Mizuno smiled happily.
それでそのお店ではまだ働くつもりなの？
Just ask for shifts that don't have that guy because you're having problems. But I don't know how
は
it
い
would be over there.
耐えられないほどじゃないし、その人とシフトが違う時は何もないから、もう少し頑張ってみようと思ってます。
そう。でも、無理はしないようにね。
ありがとうございます。
He picked up his glass and took a sip of his ginger ale. I observed his stiff, awkward body language. I could tell he was a prime target for a bully. Yeah, unfortunately. Why would he come to Shinkomi? Shinkomi. Surely someone like him wasn't cut out for this town.
聞いてもいいですか？
That's why I was saying I don't trust this innocent little face. There's
何
something
かしら？
dark there. I looked over at a painting hanging on the wall beside the counter. Which one? The angel? The person on the cross thing?
店に入った時から気になってたんですけど、この絵誰が描いたんですか？
Which
有
one?
名な作家さん？
At this, Ray smirked and shot me a pointed sidelong glance.
それはね、ユーフォリアが書いたのよ。
ユーフォリア？
そう。気になる？
Which one? Which one?
はい。今まで見たことのないタイプの絵ですごく興味を惹かれます。
Oh, we got
だっ
another
て
admirer.
さ、ユーフォリアさん。
Thanks for outing me, Ray.
え？
Grinning smugly, Ray turned to look at me. Startled, Mizuno followed suit. Great. Without looking at either of them, I downed my whiskey and took a drag of my cigarette.
その絵。っていうか、店内に飾られてる絵のいくつかは、こいつが描いたのよ。
Love you too, Ray.
そうなんですか？
Jeez, don't look so surprised. Mizuno looked at me wide-eyed.
ユーフォリアさん、すごいですね。
それは絵を描く時のペンネームで、通称はトワっていうの。
トワさん。
絵のモデルも常時募集中よ。お店のブログにも絵の画像が載ってるから、気になったらチェックしてみてね。
絵のモデル。なんだか面白そうですね。どんな風に描いてもらえるんだろ
Not that type of
う。
model.
想像もつかないです。
Not that type of model, Mizuno.
ですって。どう？
No. Strip, no. Ray turned the conversation to me. I crushed my cigarette butt in the ashtray, exhaled the last drag, and glanced at Mizuno.
気が向いたらな。
その気にならないと描いてくれないのよ。気まぐれだから。
Just finished paint. Are you trying to kill me, Ray? Like, seriously.
そうなんですか。でも、もし機会があったらよろしくお願いします。
I don't know. We don't seem to be too impressed with him because he's this gross, pale, not so murky green color. We don't like. He gave me a deep, overly formal bow. I had absolutely no interest in painting him. That said, no one had ever asked me so nicely before, and it put a smile on my face. Aw. Don't be swayed. I don't trust the innocence of that man. There's something off about it. After some more small talk, Mizuno left. When the bar opened for business, Ray worked a shift as the manager. Meanwhile, I drank booze and watched him. When are we going to develop a relationship with Ray? I feel like we're stuck in the friend zone because he won't make a move towards Ray. Then I went home shortly before closing time. When I returned to my apartment, I switched on the TV, pulled my coat off, and flopped down on my back on the sofa. Oh. I was finishing the cigarette I lit on the way here when my phone buzzed on my stomach. It was a message from Ray. Oh, is it Arata out? Look at the AG link. Does it post some kind of warning message? I promptly pulled up my bookmarks and navigated to the social media site. Looking for comrades. There was a thread bumped to the very front of the catalog, so I opened it. New one? What? Cool story, bro. What is this? Want people to show up? Then post an address. Me. Yikes. Already noticed. Title of the post comment I had, but what was the entire message? No date, no time, no location, no other details. Want people to show up to post an address. Huh. Hard to say whether it was real warning. Sure it's not a prank? Think so? I'm not sure what to think. Oh yeah, I forgot. We're at a Christmas party. Or later today, I guess. But first I want to go to Krishna's. Why? I don't want to see Mizuno. Maybe say hi to Mizuno-san. Forgot to invite him to the party. Apparently Ray had really taken a liking to me. So no, I don't like this. Toa, you should be not okay with this. Maybe he felt like he could relate to him on some level. Come with me. Why? For fun, why not? Actually, I keep thinking about what he said. About the workplace bullying. We can get a first-hand look at the situation? So I don't know if the bully will even be there. I have no interest in other people's personal relationships, but if I tried to say no, Ray would never let me hear the end of it. Okay. Once the conversation ended, I tossed my phone onto the other end of the sofa. Then I rose up into a sitting position, grabbed a bottle of booze off the floor, and took a swig. Stop with the booze, man. Exhaling slightly, I gazed at the dark walls flickering in the light of the TV. Ray treated everyone he met with kindness, and sometimes he would be overly protective of troubled individuals, Mizuno included. Judging from the first impressions alone, Ray was a friendly, outgoing, caring person, but he still had skeletons in his closet. Granted, that was the first I ever heard of him being bullied, but I could easily guess that he had a dark past. Yeah. First got to know him back when I was just starting to paint under the name Euphoria. Of course, I wasn't calling myself Euphoria back then. I didn't care what name I went by, so someone must have picked a name for me at random. Couldn't quite remember. Technically, we first met in middle school, or so he claimed, but we must have been in different classes because I don't remember ever seeing him there. My memories of middle school were fuzzy, but unlike my early childhood, I can still vaguely remember things. Long story short, apparently Ray knew of me. And a few years went by and he reached out to me. Trying to recall the past made my head hurt, so I stopped thinking about and shifted my gaze to the TV. That's interesting. Then I grabbed my cigarettes off the coffee table and lit one up. Took a deep drag, then exhaled slowly, trying to distract myself from the headache. I don't know. I'm kind of curious about our past. Now, the next day. Where do I go? I woke up just past noon, watched some TV while I had a smoke. Then I got dressing me up with Ray. Oh, hello. He arrived at my apartment a little past 1 p.m. From there, I caught a ride on his motorcycle to Koa Street. I would not be sitting like that. That would scare the crap out of me. Arms would be around the waist. We came to a stop in the parking lot, hopped off, and started walking the rest of the way. Then Ray came to a stop in front of a movie theater and looked across the street.
あのお店よ。
Oh, really? I didn't recognize it whatsoever. It was one of those hipster restaurants I didn't give a shit about. Yeah. Besides the door was a sign that read Krishna. Krishna.
行ってみましょう。
Krishna. Krishna? Let's go check it out. Together we crossed the street and went in. Oh, there's a sandalwood store next door. Krishna. The interior decor was reminiscent of a South Asian country, and the place smelled strongly of spices. Some kind of incense, maybe?
いらっしゃいま。あれ
Waiter spotted us and froze. Hi,
来て
Mizuno.
くれたんですね。
It was Mizuno, and he looked happy to see us.
水野さん、こんにちは。来ちゃった。
まさか本当に来てくれるなんて、びっくりしました。
お店の場所は知ってたから行ってみようかなって思って。
来てくれて嬉しいです。それじゃあ席へご案内しますね。タバコは吸われますよね。
Yeah, we kind of light one up a lot, so yes. He glanced at me, then started walking. He escorted us into the smoking section to a table near the window. There we were each given a glass of water, a warm towel for our hands, and a menu. That's the best. I miss that. Nice, warm towels to wipe your hands off with. Oh, they're the best.
おすすめは？
そうですね。お食事でしたら、ひよこ豆のカレーがおすすめです。あと、タピオカとココナッツミルクアイスの黒蜜きなこがけも美味しいですよ。
Just give me some boba tea and I'll be good.
ココナッツミルクアイスに黒蜜きなこがけ？初めて聞いたわ。
最初は驚きますよね。でも食べてみると意外な美味しさがあるんです。
It sounds delicious, honestly.
それじゃあ、カレーとそのアイスをお願いするわ。あと、ラッシーも。
ありがとうございます。トワさんはどうされますか？
I'm just gonna smoke here.
酒なら何でも。
Just give me booze, I don't care. He glared at me
あ
sharply.
んたは本当にもう。
I ignored him. Instead, I pulled out my lighter and cigarettes, set them on the table.
お酒なら、インドビールはいかがですか？
Sure, I
じ
don't
ゃ
care.
あそれで。
I don't care.
あと、軽くつまめるものがあったらそれもちょうだい。こいつ、無理やりにでも食べさせないと、お酒ばっかり飲んじゃうから。
We're already like a married couple. Oh my gosh.
じゃあ、タンドリーチキンなんてどうでしょう？
Yum.
それでお願い。
ありがとうございます。ひよこ豆のカレー、タンドリーチキン、タピオカとココナッツミルクアイス、ラッシー、インドビールでよろしいですか？
うん。
Yep.
かしこまりました。少々お待ちください。
待って。
Ray as Mizuno bowed and turned to leave. Ray stopped him.
急なんだけど、今日の夜ね、うちの店でクリスマスパーティーがあるの。よかったら水野さんもどうかなって。
今日の夜ですか。
He averted his gaze in contemplation, then frowned and looked back at us.
すみません。すごく行きたいんですけど、先約があって。
He's part of the blanket party. Or the whatever they're... The one party, the group that beats people up.
残念。でもそうよね。クリスマスだもの。当然よね。
Ray, he's gonna go beat
こっちが急に言い出したのが悪いから気にしないで。
Oops. Keep freaking pushing the right... Anyway.
すみません。
I'm clicking the right mouse instead of the left side. So. It's alright, Mizuno.
いいのよ。またいつでもお店に来てね。
Yeah, we're the one... Ray's inviting me last minute.
おい、何無駄話してんだよ。働けよ。
Just then, a sharp, angry voice cut through the air. Oh, hello. Amazing earrings. We looked over to find another waiter glaring at us. Glaring at Mizuno a short distance away. He was dark-haired and thin, with a dozen piercings in each ear. Under his apron, he was dressed all in black with a bad posture and dark circles under his eyes.
すみません。
Mizuno answered hastily, then Ray whispered to him.
ねえ、もしかしてあいつがそう？そっか、あいつなんだ。
Here's the thing. Waiters and waitresses, they try to chat their table up a little bit because tips. But again, this is Japan, so they don't do tips, so. Mizuno fell silent and Ray shot a calculating look at the angry coworker.
いかにもヤバそうな雰囲気ね。
すみません。もう行きますね。
Flustered, he bowed to us and hurried off to the kitchen. I lit my cigarette and watched him go. Then Ray rested his chin on his elbow and sighed dramatically.
あんな見せかけだけのやつ。ちょっと脅せばビビってすぐ言うこと聞きそうだけど
Ray,
ね。
no, no, no.
ほっとけよ、関係ないだろ。
そうだけど。
Yeah. No, 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 Ray. We're not kids anymore. You have to be more careful when you're an adult. He pouted his lips. Meanwhile, the angry waiter trudged in the direction of our table.
やべえな。仲間か。
He muttered under his breath as he passed. For a moment, Ray looked confused. Then his face twisted in fury as he realized.
ああ、ちょっと聞いた？今の何なのあいつ！
Now calm down, Ray. The chair clattered behind him as he jumped to his feet, but the guy had already disappeared into the kitchen.
ちょっとあんた待ちなさいよ！
Ray, sit down.
やめろ。
Don't cause a scene.
だって、聞いたでしょ
Yeah, you'll get Mizuno fired, man.
わめくな、目立つ。
Exactly.
でも、
Sit down, Ray. Swallowing his rage, he slowly sat back down. Yeah, you're gonna just cause problems. Just sit.
もう。
The shouting attracted the attention of all the other patrons in our vicinity who looked at us in alarm. Struggling to suppress his anger, Ray grabbed his water glass and downed the whole thing, and slammed it back onto the table. Jeez.
ちょっと頭に血が上っちゃったみたい。
Yes, you did? Irritated, he drilled his fingernails against the empty glass as he spoke.
何よあいつ。本当に感じ悪い。いじめとか平気でやってそうね。
I don't know. Mizuno was right about one thing. The guy was a huge dick. At the same time, I couldn't see what was so scary about him. The guy's smoke was a dull, unremarkable brown. If I had to guess, he was the type who only picked on the weak. Yes, yeah. I turned my head and exhaled a cloud of cigarette smoke, then looked back at Ray.
あまり肩入れしすぎるなよ。
His lips curled in an uncertain frown.
肩入れって、水野さん？水野さんのことはともかく、今は私が言われたのよ。あんなこと言われたら黙ってられないわ。
そこまでにしとけってことだ。水野がいじめられてたとしても、それは水野の問題だろ。
それは、わかってるけど。
Just then, Mizuno walked out of the kitchen carrying our food.
お待たせしました。
With a cheerful smile, he set our items onto the table one by one. Disheartened, Ray stared down at the food.
以上で全てお揃いですか？
水野ちゃん。
Suddenly, he looked up and fixed Mizuno with a deathly serious stare. The more affectionate term of address wouldn't escape my notice either. Yeah.
はい。
強く生きるのよ。何かあったら、私にすぐ言いなさい。
Mizuno stared back puzzled, then he smiled as he realized what Ray meant.
ありがとうございます。
ちなみにあいつ、なんて名前なの？
中村です。
After a moment of hesitation, he leaned close and answered quietly.
ありがとう。
Toa's not happy. Getting involved in this mess would only create more trouble in the long run. Silently, I smoked my cigarette.
さあ、せっかくのご飯なんだから気持ちを切り替えて美味しく食べなきゃね。いただきます。
I don't like this, Ray. We don't like this. Ray cheerfully snatched up his spoon.
ごゆっくりどうぞ。
Yeah, Ray got the good food. Mizuno inclined his head and walked off to the kitchen as soon as he entered. Nakamura walked out. He seemed to be in a good mood, snapping his fingers and whistling to himself. Just then, his shoulder collided with Mizuno's. Mizuno apologized and Nakamura rolled his eyes.
ほんと感じ悪い。
I'm concerned why he was in a good mood after coming in the kitchen. Ray grumbled as he watched it all happen. Then he took a big bite of his curry. Nakamura. I don't know. I don't know. Toa noticed that he called him not Mizuno-chan. So I don't know. After a second dessert, I'm stuffed. That taste of me was totally ruined by that little creep. Seriously, what a waste.
ねえ。
いや、
I'm gonna carry your shit for you. I don't believe that, but okay.
さーて。
Alright, let's wander around. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna go down the list, I think.
あ、とわ。
Oh, what's up, Ray? What's up, sweetie? Oh, art supply store that was near the clinic before it shut down?
あ
Yeah. Let's go there and buy paint, spice, and chew a few times. Yeah?
あれは
Probably.
ね
Indigo, brown, madder, and olive green.
うん
Yeah, sure.
ポジティブに。
Why not? I don't know.
そうだ。
Or Alessia. You're so cute, Ray. Oh my god.
そうね。
You're adorable. You know, I'm impressed I still remember. Must have memory of an elephant. Yes.
ありがとう。
Anytime, babe. Let's move. Go to that street. Why? I don't know. Miko. Miko. I need to. The street place that seems perfect. Yeah. I feel like we've already read this. Oh, you're so cute. Huh? You're so cute.
あ
Yeah, sure, whatever. I've got. Can you at least pretend? Jeez, it should every December.
も
I feel like they're just a quarreling couple all the time. Alright. Alright, let's go to the alley, I guess? It's like we're on a little mini date. Except it's not a date. I don't know what we're doing, honestly. We're in the back alley.
う。ね
Yes? Junko is planning this fun get-together.
え。
Okay. Since we'll all be there, I think we should do something special. Okay, like what? I don't know what. Fine.
ポ
What?
ジティブに。
Let's be positive. You're gonna put on costumes or something?
え。も
Okay. You know what? I'll just tell you the answer. Get this. A pie throwing competition. Aw. That sounds fun, actually. It does.
なるほど。
It does sound fun. Wanna join us? No, Toa, come on. Alright. Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Don't bother getting my hopes up.
う。え
Alright. Why is this green? Whatever. We're gonna go to Roost now. Let's go to Roost. Why not? Exploration over. It's Christmas. Oh, look, the little horn. This little. This looks fun. A little zombie Santa Claus right there. I like it. I like the decor. This is fun. We arrived at the Christmas party had already started and the bar was packed. Some were wearing what they could easily be mistaken for Halloween costumes, and the energy in the room was unusually high. It seems fun.
レイじゃない。
Hi,
メリー
Junko.
クリスマス。
Looking good.
メリークリスマス。あら
Looks cute,
トアも来てるのね。
Yeah.
純子ほなみメリークリスマス
Ray's not in a costume. I'm disappointed. It was Junko and Honami. They walked over carrying trays lined with cocktail glasses. Junko was wearing a sparkly sequin dress while Honami was dressed in a kimono.
そういえば今日はタク先生は来ないの？
仕事で遅れるってそろそろ来るんじゃないかしら
Got some.
忙しいのね。でも来られるならよかったわ。
そうね
As they continued their casual chat, I stared blankly around the room. Here and there, I could see people showing off their body art. Some people had light-up horns implanted in their foreheads, and some had corset piercings completed with ribbons and so on. Like I said, I have a friend who had the corset piercings all the way up her back. She did put the ribbon in, obviously, because what's the point of having the corset piercing if you're not going to have the ribbon? Many of these people probably got their work done by Ray specifically.
ドリンクをどうぞ。今日限定のスペシャルカクテル。フリーで配ってるのよ。
She also had, like, collarbone piercings. Very interesting.
ありがとう。
ほら、トアも取って。
They held the tray out to me and I took one purely on reflex.
他のものが飲みたかったらカウンターで頼めば作ってもらえるわよ。もちろん有料だけど。
ああ、
Oh, give me a quick second. Puppy wants out.
それじゃ店長に挨拶してくるわ。純子、ほなみ、また後でね。
Bye. Once the conversation hit a lull, Ray shot me a meaningful look and we walked off to the counter. Carrying the cocktail, I followed Ray through the throngs of people. Behind the counter, the manager was busily making drinks wearing a Santa hat.
レイ君、トワ君、
He's
メ
adorable
リークリ
too.
スマス。
Hi, Manager Eggman.
メリークリスマス、マスター。
どう？楽しんでる？
I'm enjoying it.
とっても。
We just got here and Ray's not in the costume. I'm slightly disappointed, but whatever.
トワ君は？
それなりに。
だろうね。
I sat at the counter and took a tiny taste of my free cocktail. The sweetness danced on my tongue. To wash out the sugary aftertaste, I lit a cigarette.
このカクテル、トアにはちょっと甘すぎるんじゃない？
Yep. Ray watched my reaction to the drink and tilted his head.
まあな。
それは私がもらうから、いつもの頼みましょう。
He pulled my cocktail glass towards him, then flagged down the manager.
店長、トアにいつものやつ。
What, whiskey?
了解。
The manager nodded and set about pouring me a drink. Meanwhile, Ray downed his cocktail, then shot me a meaningful look as he held mine.
なんだ。
水野ちゃんって恋人いるのかしら？
At this, I exhaled the smoke and smirked.
惚れたのか？
No!
そんなんじゃないわよ。でもクリスマスに先約があるってことはそうなのかなって。
That is an awesome tree. Look at that.
家族かもしれないだろ。
まあそれもそうか。
Such a cool tree. I love these decorations. I'm getting distracted by them. Nodding, he swirled the cocktail in its glass. Why is he so up on Mizuno? Was the guy's plight really that relatable? Once you reach a certain compassion threshold, you become an easy mark to manipulate. Then again, Mizuno didn't seem like the type. Took a sip of my drink and thought back over the interactions between him and Ray. I think he's manipulating Ray. The party lasted until closing time, then the manager threw us all out so he could clean the bar, and we all went home. I do not like... Toa, you need to... We're trying to do Ray's route. Why are you letting him get a crush on Mizuno?
トワ、起きろ。
No. Let me sleep, Taku. What is it? Someone shook me by the shoulders, rousing me from my shallow slumber. Taku's stern face filled my vision. What's going on, Taku? I pushed myself up into a sitting position, shifted my weight, and cracked my neck. I drank a lot more than usual at the party last night, and my body was slow to cooperate. I wasn't scheduled to work until this afternoon, yet the clock on the wall indicated 10 a.m. Why are you waking me up? I scowled at Taku with the most annoyed I could muster.
レイから連絡来てないか？
Oh no, Ray's missing. At this, my mind sharpened a bit. I grabbed my phone from the edge of the sofa and checked my notifs, no calls. Oh no, was he the victim of the assault party?
そ
Oh,
うか。
his brow furrowed
今
deeply.
日レイは午前のシフトを組んでたんだが、ま
No,
だ来てない
Ray.
みたいでな。携帯と家の両方に電話しても出ない。
I will end Mizuno if he did anything to Ray.
昨日は最後まで店にいたのか？
I didn't remember much of last night except for closing time, and I was pretty sure Ray said he had to help clean up.
レイは片付けがあるから店に残ってた。
No, I don't want Ray to be hurt.
ってことは、何かあったとしたら、閉店後か。
Ugh, oh. Just then, someone started pounding on the door, and we both whirled around. Taku strode over and opened it right away. Oh no. Arimua, standing on the other side was Arimua, white as a sheet, looking panicked.
すみません。今、レイさんの友達だという方から
Oh
電話があ
no,
って
he has been.
レイさん、
なんだって。
今、こっちに向かってるそうです。診察の受付は止めておきました。
Dang it.
わかった。ありがとう。とわ、お前も来い。
With that, Taku and Arimura hurried out of the room. In the background, I had left the TV on, and I could hear a newscaster speaking. No, not Ray. Yeah. Dang it. About 10 minutes later, an ambulance pulled into the clinic parking lot. At a glance, Ray didn't look conscious. With him was Arata, whose wounds hadn't fully healed. With help from the paramedics, Taku and I carried Ray through the clinic's back entrance and into the exam room. We laid him down on the exam table and loosened his clothes. Why didn't he go to a party if he was working the next morning? Sorry. Anyway. Aww. Our poor
ひ
babe.
どいな。
Taku muttered to himself with a severe look on his face, and he scrutinized the wounds. Yeah, he's pretty jacked up. Ray's face was covered in blood and cuts and bruises. There were several big bruises on his torso, too.
昨日、パーティーが終わって店を閉めた後に襲われたみたいで、今朝、私が店に行ったら裏の路地に倒れてたんです。その時はまだ意識があったから少し話したんですけど、店から帰る途中で殴られて車に乗せられたって言ってました。
連れ去られて、その後にまた路地へ戻されたってのか？
レイはそう言ってました。目隠しをされてどこかで降ろされて、そこで暴行を受けたって。周りに命令してるリーダーっぽい男がいて、そいつがかなりヤバかったって言ってました。レイに自分を殴るように要求してきて、殴らされたって。
殴らされた？
はい。他にも、そいつはレイに暴力を振るいながら、何かブツブツ言ってたらしいです。変だとか、悔しいとか。
わけがわからんな。
Taku grimaced as he continued to continue the first aid
やっ
process.
ぱり、今ちょっとした騒ぎになってるグループの仕業なんでしょうか。
Yeah. That's why they didn't have an address, because they all just know where they go to meet up.
可能性としては高いだろうな。
I swear it's Mizuno. As Arimura and I followed Taku's instructions, I thought about the Chaos Zone. In one of the threads, I saw a video that showed a group of people in black punching each other. And apparently, whoever kidnapped Ray had demanded that he punch him. Unless there was some kind of new fad going around, chances were high it was the same group. Oh, poor baby. With a faint breath, Ray's eyes opened.
レイ、大丈夫か？おい。
レイ。
Oh, baby. Taku and Arata called out to him, but he kept staring at the ceiling like he couldn't hear them. Hi, you doing okay? Then his gaze slowly drifted to me. Are they going to target me next? I have a feeling they are. Yes? Instantly, his feeble smoke thrashed and swelled. His yellow color shifted to orange with a slight red marbling. Like a snake, it threatened to swallow him whole. Why is he getting mad at me?
レイダメか。
Taku made several attempts to get Ray's attention, but he ignored them and closed his eyes once more. What was that? Just like that, his swollen smoke wilted. What was that just now? That's my question. I've never seen anything like it. Why do you look at me like that? Ray's smoke had wriggled like a creature with a mind of its own trying to devour me. Instantly, I felt a tingle in my fingertips, the faintest hint of excitement. fleeting though it was, a vivid after-image was burned into my brain and refused to fade. What happens? This unexpected thrill was starting to awaken within me as an intense urge to draw. Oh? What was that? I don't understand the smoke thing going on, but we'll see. Once Taku finished the treatment, he and I hoisted Ray into his stretcher, then took the elevator to the second floor and carried him into the medical ward. There we eased him onto a bed and put an IV drip in his arm. Then after we caught our breath, Taku sent Arata home. They needed their rest in order for their own wounds to heal. I stood beside Ray's bed, watching him sleep.
全治3週間ってところだな。レイは喧嘩慣れしてるから、暴行されている時もうまく受け身を取ったんだろう。
Arata survived too. They,
ひどい状態なのは間違いないが、致命的な怪我は負っていない。
Yeah. Taku let out a heavy sigh and as he stood beside me. I didn't respond. Then he shot me a dubious look.
お前、何も思わないのか?
I glanced at him out of the corner of my eye.
レイがこんな目にあって悔しいとか悲しいとか、
Yes?
そういうのはないのか?
I'm quite sad.
事実を事実として受け止めてる。
Jeez, Toa. Lamenting the situation wouldn't change the fact that it happened. That was my outlook, at least. He looked at me with a mixture of anger and frustration. Yeah,
レイが
seriously.
暴行されたという事実は別として、今目の前にいるレイ自身に対してはどう思うんだ?
Come on, man. I'm frustrated with Toa right now. Look back at Ray. I could see that he was injured, but I wasn't sure what Taku expected me to feel. I felt like someone had put a tight lid on my emotions. What I lacked was the very thing Ray possessed in spades, compassion. Was I born this way? Or was it caused by something I wasn't sure?
運が悪かったとしか。
It was the only answer I had. Surely Taku hadn't actually expected me to have any emotional response, yet he sighed in defeat. Well,
まだ心が死んでるんだな。
yeah. He muttered to himself and headed toward the door. Yeah, he was expecting something since it's Ray, but...
診察に戻るよ。お前もそろそろ仕事の時間だろ。準
I'm
備し
getting
とけよ。
frustrated with Toa and yeah. With that, he left the room. In the distance, I could hear the sound of the elevator moving, but my mind was still focused on his comment to me just now. And maybe your heart is still numb. What do you mean by that? It means that you have no emotions, man. I had no way of figuring it out, so instead I looked back at Ray as he slept in the hospital bed. It wasn't just my heart. No, I was completely dead on the inside. That's too bad. His sister and mom dying must have really messed with him. And in the end, Ray slept through the entire day. After my shift, I got drunk at a random bar, then came home around midnight. Can we go check on Ray? When I returned to my apartment, I switched on the TV, pulled off my coat, and sat down on the sofa. With an unlit cigarette between my lips, I navigated on my phone to Chaos Zone. Oh, if the assault party had orchestrated the attack on Ray, maybe I could glean some information here. Yeah, there should be a new video. I lit my cigarette and opened the chat thread and scrolled through the posts and images. In the midst of all self-harm photos and shit posting, I caught sight of something that made me freeze. Photos of people being getting assaulted. Two different people by the looks of it. The first one, the victim was on the ground looking like Arata. Aww. And the person in the other photo looked like Ray. Aww. I couldn't be seeing things. These pictures of Arata were pictures of Arata and Ray. They're each in a different location, surrounded by men in black getting their asses kicked. Most of Arata's face was obscured, but Ray's was fully visible, bloody and grimacing in pain. Aww, poor baby. The photo of Ray drew me in like a magnet. For some reason, it evoked a reaction out of me. Well, it wasn't sadness or anger. Tossing my phone to the edge of the sofa, I crushed my freshly lit cigarette in the ashtray. Then I grabbed my sketch pad and pencil from the coffee table, flipped to a blank page, and started drawing. My brain was switched off, so I wasn't recreating a mental image. My hand was just moving on autopilot crafting. The lines slowly formed in the shape of Ray. His face twisted in misery, contorted in the shapes of Ray. But no amount of sketching was enough to sate the inexplicable urge I felt. On the contrary, drawing seemed to make it worse. I gripped the pencil so hard that the lead gouged deep lines in the paper. Residual graphite bled through onto the blank sheet beneath. Jeez, dude. Only then did I finally come to a stop. My fingers were trembling and I was gasping for breath like a marathon runner. I could still feel the mysterious impulse aching in my chest, but over time it would slowly recede. I let out a breath and tossed my sketch pad back on the table. Just then, my cell phone buzzed on the edge of the sofa, so I grabbed it again. It was an art model application. In my fantasies, the cusp of death is orgasmic. It was the entire body of the email. Oh. And the file attached, so I opened it. It was a photo of Ray being assaulted. Oh. First glance, it looked like the same one posted it to Chaos Zone. I navigated back to the thread. Sure enough, it was the same one. Why would someone go out of their way to send this to Euphoria? Surely it had to be intentional that purposely sent me a photo of violence acted on someone I knew. Yeah, that's why I think it's Mizuno. Was it a warning of some kind? A threat? But who'd send it? The culprit or a heartless third party who happened to cross the photo by chance? Their poem was pretty childish too. It's gotta be Mizuno. No one that innocent moves into the place like this. I tossed my phone back to the edge of the sofa, then pulled out a new cigarette and lit it up. Something big was happening behind the scenes. How is this going to play out? I took a long drag and contemplated this ill omen. Whoop. Whoop. Uh-oh, nightmare time. Shimmering scarlet light. Above me, the ceiling was a monster's maw open wide. Lay in the center of the room, illuminated in red. I could sense someone there. Presence too rough and oppressive to be female. Someone who's crouched beside me, touching my skin. Pat, pat, pat. His palm had no warmth, nor was it cold. It barely even registered. He was just touching me. Didn't really care. Huh. And yet, for some reason, the goosebumps pricked up my arms. My brain didn't care, but my body did. I didn't know why. They're kind of disconnected. I wonder what the significance of this watch is. Or if it's just kind of there. Alright, that high-pitched... Oh, God. Ringing in my ears, man. Can we go check on Ray the next day? Can we go check on Ray? Kaku woke me up at 9. Ugh. He told me Ray was conscious again, and together, two of us headed down to the medical ward. Hi, Ray. You doing okay? Hi. When we entered, I could see Ray lying on the bed, his eyes open. Hi. He sensed us and slowly turned his head, his face still peppered with fresh bruises and cuts. I think I need to... Hang on. Configuration menu. Yeah, hang on. I think I need to turn the music down. There. It's a little bit much. Alright. Let's go back. Let's do save. Alright. Because my game's flickering a little bit more than usual. Do a quick save too. Alright. He sensed us and slowly turned his head, his face still peppered with fresh bruises and cuts.
大丈夫か
まあまあ
His voice was dry and hoarse, and he sounded unfocused, possibly because he just woke up.
丸一日眠ってたんだぞ
Aww.
そんなに
Get him some food.
だからなのね
Liquids.
すっごく 腹が空いてるの。
Taku grinned in a wary amusement.
空腹を感じるなら回復してきてる証拠だな。
ねえ、お願いがあるの。だった。
Ray tried to move but grimaced in pain. Taku pushed lightly against his shoulders to stop him.
満身創痍なんだぞ。無理に動こうとするなよ。
じゃあなおさらお願い。
なんだ。
今すっごく柳川コーヒー店のハニートーストが食べたいの。テイクアウトしてきてお願い。
At this, Taku looked at me.
とは、
Why me? Why do I have to go?
俺はこれから診察があるんだ。
わかった。
Reluctantly, I nodded.
よろしくね。
Ray's cheek shifted a fraction, probably trying to smile. From there, as Taku and Ray continued to chat, I thought about the email from last night. In my fantasies, the cusp of death is orgasmic. I could tell Ray about the email. Then again, maybe he was better off not knowing about it. I didn't want to stress him out any more than he already was. Yeah, it's best not to tell Ray about that. So I left the medical ward and headed to Yanagawa. Hopefully I don't get jumped. They usually do that at night, not during the day. Arriving at the cafe, I walked in and promptly placed a to-go order. Thick scent of coffee filled the air as relaxing music played in the background. It was always calm and peaceful here. Whoa! That was okay. I don't know what I touched. The cafe had only just opened for the day, so there weren't many customers. I could hear the sounds of coffee brewing. Oh. Who's behind the assault group? Popping up like daisies! Alright. While I waited for the honey toast, I looked around the cafe and I ruminated on that email. Who the hell would send Euphoria a violent photo of Ray? Considering Arata was the previous victim, it really didn't seem like a coincidence. Sure, Arata and I were close, but they were still part of my life. Then my phone buzzed in my coat, so I checked it. Sorry. Hey, G. Hello there, Doa. Can we meet? I need to speak with you. Same. Perfect. How about tonight at Roost? Okay. See you then. Of course, AG would know. Right as our exchange finished, the manager walked out of the kitchen with a to-go bag in hand.
お待たせしました。
Thanks, dude. I took the bag and paid for my order and left the cafe. How do I have that much money? Right, I don't pay rent. When I returned to the clinic, the clinic had already opened for the day, and there were a few patients already waiting. I passed through the waiting room and took the elevator to the medical ward. Then I walked to Ray's bed and set the paper bag on the bedside table.
買ってきたぞ。
Delivery. Blinking, he opened his eyes.
やだ。ありがとう。よいしょっと。
Grimacing, he tried to push himself into a sitting
無
position.
理するなよ。
Aw.
このくらいは平気。リハビリよ。リハビリ。
Using a pillow as his back support, he leaned against the headboard and let out a breath.
ハニートーストは
It's in the bag. Oh, that looks like a good container. I took the hint and pulled the honey toast out of the paper bag, plus the plastic utensils that came with it.
甘い匂いがする。
Mm.
美味しそう。
このままでいいか。
そうね。ちょっと食べにくいわね。
Are we gonna feed him? I wanna feed him. Let's feed him, Toa. Be a good boy and feed him. He paused to think for a moment, then shot me an impish smirk.
食べさせてくれる？
Yes, let's do it. I say yes.
は？
たまにはいいじゃない。 怪我人なのよ、私。
Come on, Toa. Come on. I'm your subconscious. Let's do it. Yet, for some reason, he seemed awfully smug about it. Normally, I would refuse, but I knew he couldn't beat himself right now. And I wasn't that much of a dick. Are you sure about that, Toa? With a dramatic sigh, I moved the container of honey toast back to the table and used the plastic utensils to cut it up. Then I stabbed a bite-sized piece and brought it to his mouth. He gleefully opened his mouth, but since he couldn't open it very wide, I had to carefully wedge the bite of toast past his teeth.
おいしい。
He smiled as he chewed.
おいしく感じるのは、あんたがこんな珍しいことをしてるせいもあるわね。
Aw, that's so cute. I feel bad for him still, but that's cute.
特別だからな。
Aw.
わかってる。ありがとう。
Once he swallowed, I stabbed another bite of toast and brought it to his mouth.
そういえば、さっき携帯で見たんだけど。
Yeah. After a moment of chewing and swallowing, he furrowed his brow.
あの SNS のスレッドに私の画像がアップされてたわね。
Yeah.
あ
I wasn't planning on telling him, but apparently he already knew about it.
本当に許せないんだけど。何なのあれ。新たな画像もあったし。
That's what they do.
ボロボロになってる人間を笑い物にして何が楽しいっていうのよ。
There's a lot of...
最低最悪。
I don't know, you go to death matches, people watch that.
本当にもう犯人たちを全員この手で殺してやりたいくらいだわ。
Enraged, he gripped the thin blanket until his knuckles went
お
white.
前が連れ去られた時はどういう状況だったんだ？
お店を閉めて帰ろうとしてた時よ。
詳しく聞きたい。
Yeah? Okay. At this, he looked at me in surprise.
え？興味あるの？あんたが？
Yes,
私
sweetie.
のことに？
Why I'm asking questions.
それって私が暴行されたから？それとも犯人のことが気になるから？
Yes, both. Like Taku, Ray probably figured I wasn't capable of worrying for another human being.
両方。
There we go, both.
嘘。
信じないならそれで。
信じないわよ。
After his retort, he let out a chuckle.
でも犯人のことが気になるって言わなかったのは
Yeah,
あんたの優しさってことにしとくわ。
making progress.
好きにしろ。
そうするわよ。で、当時の状況ね。
His gaze wandered as he thought back.
店から出たら黒い服を着た集団に取り囲まれたのよ。10人かもう少しいたかもしれないわ。抵抗したんだけど羽交い締めにされちゃって、そのまま引きずられて黒いワゴンに乗せられたの。すぐに目隠しされたからどの辺りを走ってたのかはわからないわ。あとは車から降ろされてひたすらボコボコボコボコ。見えないから周りの状況はわからなかったけど、殴られて蹴られまくって、笑い声とかはやし立てる声がずっと聞こえてた。まさしく暴行パーティーよ。奴らすっごく楽しそうだったもの。特に 自分を殴れって強要してくるリーダーっぽいやつがはしゃいでたわ。
そのリーダーが何かつぶやいてたんだろ。
ああ、そうそう。変だとか悔しいとか、私を殴りながらそんなことを言ってたわ。あとは
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Tried to remember further, but after a moment, he closed his eyes and shook his head in defeat.
ダメね。それ以上は思い出せない。何しろ視界を塞がれてたし、急所を守るので精一杯で、周りに気を配る余裕がなかったの。
そのくらいにしておけよ。
Oh, hi, Taku. Looked over my shoulder right as Taku walked in.
例には休養が必要だ。とは、お前変に首を突っ込もうとするなよ。
Fine. At this, I narrowed my eye.
お前が興味を持つってことは深入りしようとしてるってことだからな。やめとけ。
No.
そうね。やめておいた方がいいわ。
I'm already in that
じゃなきゃ
situation.
私みたいになっちゃうわよ。
They're already sending me threats. It's not like it's gonna do anything else.
これ以上俺の傷が増えたところで今と大して変わらないだろう。
そういう話じゃないと昨日も言ったつもりだったんだがな。
Yeah. Taku fixed me with a hard look. I said nothing and simply averted my gaze.
タク、ごめんね。
Ray broke the tense silence with an apology.
何がだ？
しばらくクリニックのバイトできないから。
Dude, you got jumped. We're fine.
気にするな。
うん。でもルースとも休みをもらわなきゃいけないし、ボディアートのお客さんにも連絡しないと。
It's kind of what happens. Taku gently rubbed Ray's shoulder.
今は回復することだけを考えるんだ。いいな。
Keep going over too far. Ray nodded as a token of reassurance. Taku gave him a little pat. Meanwhile, I contemplated everything Ray had told me. The group had a leader who demanded Ray punch him. Supposedly, he was heard saying something like, "It's not right," and infuriating. There had to be more to this group than purely reveling in violence they inflicted on others. They like being punched. I had plans to meet with Eiji tonight. Maybe he knew something about it. With that thought, I quietly listened to the conversation. Yeah, we're getting involved. Whether he realizes or not, he has some emotions. When I arrived at Roost, the manager spotted me immediately. It looked like he wanted to talk, so I went straight to the counter.
トワ君、こんばんは。レイ君はどう？
動き回れる状態じゃないな。この店と人体改造の客を気にしてた。
そんなこと気にしなくていいのに。ボディアートのお客さんも僕の方から言っておくから、ゆっくり休むようにレイ君に伝えてね。
Okay.
ああ。
I nodded, then looked around the room.
待ち合わせ？
エイジとな。
Then I spotted the guy in question sitting at a table. I rose to my feet and walked over to him. He was tinkering with a small device in his lap. When I sat down across from him, he looked up in alarm, then realized it was me and smiled.
あ、トワさん、こんばんは。
あら、トワ。いらっしゃい。
Oh, hi. Well, Nami. Nami came to take our order, but frowned as soon as they laid eyes on me.
レイの様子はどう？
しばらくは安静だろうな。
Yeah.
そうよね。今日レイから連絡が来たから少しホッとしたけど、レイがいない間は私たちが頑張るから。
When they raised their eyebrows at me. Then they raised their eyebrows at me.
それで何にする？
ウイスキー、ロックで。
オッケー。ちょっと待っててね。
They walked off to the counter. Meanwhile, AAG continues to tinker with his device.
何それ？
新型爆弾の改造です。威力を倍にしようと思って。
もし手違いで爆発したら終わりだな。
手違いなんて僕が起こすはずないじゃないですか。安心してください。
He donned a self-assured grin and sipped his drink through a straw. It was dark brown and bubbly, so it was probably soda.
話したいことってなんだ？
Yep, that's probably what I'd be drinking.
お待たせ。
Konami hurried back with my drink, set it on the table, and walked off. Alcohol is expensive.
前に話した暴行パーティーを行う集団について少し分かったことがありまして。
I set my lighter and cigarettes on the table and looked at Eiji.
レイさんが襲われたって聞いたんですけど、大丈夫なんですか？
今朝ハニートーストを頼まれた。
At this, he chuckled.
それじゃ順調に回復してるって感じですかね。で、その暴行グループなんですけど、組でも話題になってるんですよ。このまま放っておいたんじゃ示しがつかないって。一応組の方でも捕まえようとはしてるんです。ただあのグループって常に決まったメンバーじゃなくて頻繁に入れ替わってるみたいで、まあ中心になってる人たちは動かないんでしょうけど、
あ
あれ全然当てにならないんですよね。何も起こらない時もありますし、手高をくくってたらレイさんがやられちゃうし。
Yeah, well, when you get jumped by that many people, geez.
そのことについて聞こうと思ってた。
はい、では早速。暴行集団のリーダー格なんですけど、桐原という男じゃないかって噂があって。
Okay.
桐原。
はい、年は20代で赤毛でいつもマスクをしていて、でいろいろと調べたんですけど、これくらいしか情報が出てこなくて。
珍しいな。
Yeah.
そうなんですよ。情報収集には絶対の自信があるんですけどね、どうもつかみどころがないっていうか謎が多いやつらしくて。でも妙に人気があって名前だけは割と知られてるみたいです。その桐原が暴行パーティーに関わってるんじゃないかって噂になってるんですよね。
桐原か。
トワさん、何か心当たりあります？
いや、そいつかどうかはわからないけど、ユーフォリア宛てにメールが来た。わざわざレイが暴行されてる画像を添付して。
Kind of made us get involved.
え、どういうことですか？
They
画
know
像
we're
は SNS に貼られてるのと同じだ。わざわざユーフォリア宛てに送ってきたってことは、おそらく俺とレイが知り合いだってことを知ってるやつだ。
That's why I think Mizuno's involved.
確かに。うっとと。っ
His device started to slide off his lap and he hastily caught it.
てことは村瀬クリニックの患者さんやルーストのお客さんという可能性もゼロじゃないわけですね。
Yep.
ただのいたずらか、警告か、それとも犯人からの煽りなのか。
なるほど。桐原って名前の患者さんはって言っても名字が同じ人なんてたくさんいますもんね。とりあえず僕はルーストの客も含めて桐原の情報をもっと探ってみます。何か分かったら連絡しますね。
Yeah.
あ、
それじゃあ僕はそろそろ行きます。
Alright, bye, AG. He gently eased the device into his backpack and then rose to his feet.
おやすみなさい。
Bye. With a bow, he walked to the counter to pay his bill, then sauntered out of the building. Pinching my cigarette between my fingers, I took a sip of whiskey and reflected on our conversation. There was a man named Kirihara who allegedly linked to the lynch mob, and someone had sent Euphoria an email with a grisly photo of Ray attached. Just then, I wondered what would happen if I responded to that email. I pulled my phone from my coat pocket and opened my inbox. I replied to the email in question with a quick "Let's meet up." If it actually worked, I could get my answers to a whole bunch of questions at once. I could get jumped, but I knew it probably wouldn't be that easy. So I set my phone down on the table. Yeah. We're gonna get jumped. After Roost closed for the night, I was walking home to the clinic, then I spotted someone sitting on the sidewalk. Mizuno? Well, his man with his knees tucked up to his chin, burying his face from sight. Mizuno? His features seemed vaguely familiar, so I came to a stop next to him. He sensed my presence and slowly looked up.
父さん、
Oh, you got beaten up again. You were so there. Oh my gosh. Sure enough, it was Mizuno. His face was covered in scrapes and bruises, just like the night he was brought to the clinic. Maybe even worse.
またやられたのか。
He's got to be part of the thing. He's got to be.
はい。というか、
He started to say something, then he hung his head.
前と同じ奴らか。
He didn't answer. He just sat there clutching his knees.
クリニックへ連れて行ってください。
Okay. He sounded so weak and helpless. With a sigh, I crouched down. Then he put his arm around my shoulders, slid my arm around his torso, and hauled him up into a standing position.
ありがとうございます。
Wincing, he smiled slightly. I didn't respond. Instead, I slowly started to drag him down the street. Did they repeat who they jump? Mizuno's treatment took place in the exam room. Once we got him on the exam table, treatment began. I stood next to Taku and helped with whatever he asked.
前回よりもひどくやられてるな。また同じ連中の仕業か？
Taku frowned at Mizuno.
わかりません。
実はな、さっきも集団に襲われて怪我をしたって患者さんが運ばれてきたんだ。
I swear he's part of it.
複数の骨折が見られた上に意識不明でな。うちは霊もいるから鷹の口医院の方で見てもらうことになった。
How did Mizuno get jumped twice?
申し訳ないと思ったが手一杯でな。
本当に最近多いんですね。
ああ。
そういえばレイさんは大丈夫なんですか？
処置室で寝てるぞ。今のところは順調に回復してる。
そうなんだ。よかった。今度お見舞いに来てもいいですか？
そいつは構わんが、その前に自分の体を心配した方がいい。
ですよね。
Smiling, Mizuno winced.
君は犯人を見たのか？
犯人全員黒い服を着ていたのは見たんですけど。
Hesitant, he fell silent.
言いたいことがあるなら言えよ。
Jeez. There was a long pause as Mizuno contemplated something, then he looked at me with determination.
犯人はもしかしたら中村くんじゃないかって、ほんの少しだけ思ったんです。
Honestly, if he's not part of it, I will feel bad for him. But right now, he seems a little suspicious to
で
me.
もやっぱり彼のはずがないって思い直して。
I guess
中村ってのは誰だ？
I would explain why he got jumped twice.
バイト先の人なんですけど、僕に対する当たりが少し強くて。
いじめられてるってことか？
Yeah.
そうは思いたくないんですけどね。
He smiled sadly.
レイを襲ったのはかなりヤバそうな連中だったって話だけど。
At this, his expression darkened further.
中村くん、急に態度が表変することがあって。いえ、でも、だからそうだとは。
Evidently, he didn't want to believe that Nakamura could have been part of it. Likewise, I didn't think that Nakamura was one of them either. The guy was all talk, he'd never have the guts. I was more interested in the Kirihara guy Eiji mentioned.
よし、終わったぞ。
Kirihara. Taku let out a breath and looked at Mizuno with sympathy.
前回の怪我が治りきっていないのに災難としか言いようがないが、どこか痛むようならまた来てくれ。
はい。ありがとうございます。
Mizuno seemed to want to say something more, but instead he looked at white walls.
絶対に死にたくない。死んでたまるもんか。
Then why did you move here? Why'd you move to this crappy city?
どんなに強くそう思っていたとしても、それが許されない状況になったら、人間は結局死ぬしかないんですよね。
Taku and I both looked over at him. It sounded like he was talking to himself. Out of nowhere. That's a typo right there. Out of nowhere.
そんなことはないぞ。
I found a typo. Taku chided him gently.
もうダメだと思っても、もしかしたら突破口があるかもしれない。最後の最後までわからんよ。
そう ですね。
Mizuno smiled weakly.
だが君は新興味を出てもいいかもしれんな。
それはどういう。
こう何度も暴力沙汰に巻き込まれていたら命がいくつあっても足りないだろう。それに君は新興味にいるようなタイプじゃないと思うんだが。
弱いってことですよね。いろいろな意味で。
Yep.
そうは言ってないが。
いえ、いいんです。自分でも分かってるので。でも
Why?
帰りたくても帰れなくて。
Why not?
一人暮らしなのか？
はい、
家族は本土に？
そうです。
帰れないってのは未来の嫁候補ができるまで帰ってくるなと言われてるとか、そういうことか？
Taku's hypothesis made Mizuno smile.
いえ、
だったら今度の実家に身を寄せるのもいいんじゃないか？
Does he have some dark desires? Frowning, Mizuno fell silent. Maybe he didn't want to talk about his family. All that aside, I hadn't considered the possibility that this violent mob would attack the same person twice. Was it just coincidence, or were they targeting him on purpose? I think he's in the fight because it says it breaks out into a brawl and they all start smacking each other. That would lend itself into the theory that Nakamura was involved, but it didn't seem to fit. Yeah, it doesn't seem to... Something's off, and I think something's off with this kid.
いいか、少し気になることがある。
Hang on, let me do a quick save. I don't trust myself to do this.
あ、はい、なんでしょう。
That's what happened. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, let's do this. All right.
詳しく。
All wearing black. All right, let's ask for details.
ポジティブに。どうなんだ？
They hide their faces.
見えませんでした。
Okay.
それで、
Where were you in the ambush happened?
場所はわかりません。
Not really sure.
ネガティブに。
Okay.
本当に？
Don't remember anything. Is that true? Really?
すみません。
Okay. No, I don't.
次は。
心当たりはあります。
I think I might know. Oh, you're gonna,
ネガティブ。
I have no idea.
ああ、
Bully talked about?
どうして。
I don't know. I have a hard time believing Nakamura. I agree with Toa. He seems kind of a coward type bully. The smoke hasn't really changed.
傷跡。
Scar. I think he knows. Yeah, let's do Nakamura. It's kind of focused on him. Let's hear that
Nakamura.
lovely ripping noise. Oh. Ugh. Ripping the stitching from the scar. Rip it
お前
wide
は
open.
中村が犯人だと思ってるのか？
僕をいじめたがってるのは今のところ彼ぐらいしか思い当たらなくて。
Then why would he target Arata and Rei? Okay. Should I dig deeper? Yeah.
まだ聞きたいことがある。
ええ。
Okay.
そうだな。
Anyone else?
Oi.
Sex? Mind your business, Taku. Just a little
自
much
分以外に2人ほど
for other people.
ネガティブに。うん。
Let's group group has more than one target.
そうみたいですね。
それから、
ほとんどの人が素手でした。
ポジティブ。
Okay.
確かに。
Yeah. Okay.
はい。
Yeah, he gets off pretty easy considering Ray and Arata were so jacked up they were unconscious. This dude seems to be getting off pretty easy. So I think he's part of the party, and that's why he's just getting bruises.
よし。どうなんだ？
笑いながらやってました。
Okay. Well, it hasn't
聞
changed.
かせてくれ。
They're punching each other, right?
そうですね。
He never said that, though. His expression is dark, like he's reliving the memories.
ポジティブに。
Okay.
だとしても、
They weren't turning on each other, right? No, they just get a kick out of it. I'm gonna say nothing because honestly, I don't know
聞
what
か
to
せ
say.
ろ。
You want to say anything like that? Okay.
ポジティブ。
It's getting pretty
Sure.
dark red. If you remember, let me know.
わかりました。
I
こ
have no
の
idea.
傷跡を
This scar doesn't. That doesn't make sense. Let's just
桐原。
Kirihara. Yeah, we were kind of focusing on the later with that one. Rip that scar. Ah. Yank that open.
桐原って名前に心当たりはあるか？
誰ですか？すみません。
He's very
わからない
bright
です。
red right now. Holy cow.
この違和感。
Did I do it wrong?
質問は終わりですか？トワさん。
Well, the hourglass conversation did little to allay the feeling that something wasn't adding up. Ray and Arata were both deathmatch veterans, so it was possible the culprit wanted to get revenge on them. But Mizuno looked like he couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. Was he hiding something? Yes, I fully believe he's part of the party and that he sicked them on Ray and Arata because I think he met both of them. I think he met Arata when they came into here, and then I know that he knew Ray, and I know that he knows that Ray worked at the bar. And he knows that Toa, or that we are Euphoria, and he knows that Euphoria is friends with Ray, so that's why I think it's Mizuno. Something that would make the mob go after him.
とは、水野さんは怪我人なんだぞ。
Yeah, he's lightly injured compared to the rest of the people who came in. Kaku shook his head at me, then looked at Mizuno.
もし辛いようなら休んでいってもいいが。
He's part of the party because they start punching each other, and he didn't have any bats or anything used on him, so he must be part of the party.
いえ、大丈夫です。本当にありがとうございました。
Mizuno rose from his chair and bowed politely.
そうか。何かあったらすぐに電話してくれ。
Okay.
はい。
それじゃあ、会計は向こうでするからついてきてくれ。
Kaku left the exam room ahead of us. Mizuno started to follow him, then paused and looked back at me. Yeah, I know something's up with you, boy. He scrutinized me for a few seconds and left the room without another word. What was that about? Looked like he had something to say. Maybe he wanted to talk to me more? Confused, I stared at the door long after it closed behind him. I swear he's part of the little party. He's not the leader, but I swear he's part of it. I was sitting on the sofa smoking a cigarette and watching TV when my phone buzzed on the coffee table. I picked it up and checked my notifications. It was an email with no subject line from the same email address that sent me the photo of Ray. I had emailed them asking him to meet up, and now they had replied. Well, there's no text written in the body of the email, only a file attachment. Opened it to find the body of Mizuno being assaulted. Okay. I navigated to Chaos Zone. Then I tapped on a chat thread that skimmed over the post. Sure enough, someone had posted photos of Mizuno. Setting aside whether the sender was part of the mob, they clearly knew that I was acquainted with Ray, both Ray and Mizuno. And Arata. They were trying to send a message. To Euphoria or to me? It didn't feel like a coincidence anymore. Squinting in the cigarette smoke, I gazed down at the photo of Mizuno being attacked. But unlike last time, I felt nothing. Because you actually like Ray. Noah, you like Ray. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I seriously think that Mizuno is part of the little party. Because I don't think he's a mastermind, but I do think he's part of the party, and that he's like, hey, I want to jump this guy. Or I want to jump this guy. Like they can throw out who they want. And I don't think he's actually a victim, because he gets off way too easy. The dude's always conscious. Like, Ray was knocked the fuck out, and he is an actual fighter. So Mizuno should have been dead. Like, and Arata was also a fighter, because they both go to the death matches together. Them and Ray, Arata and Ray go to death matches, so they both were fighters, but they were both unconscious. So I really think that Mizuno was part of the party, and then when they actually get into like the brawl of like fighting each other, that's when he gets beat up, but not too bad because they're all in on it together. So we'll continue it next time. Bye-bye.